In today's video, managing Farnborough in Football Manager 2024, we have our FA Cup third round game against Hampton Richmond, and we want to win that game, and we want to at least be getting to the semi-finals, or if not the finals of the FA Trophy, after being knocked out in the fourth qualifying round of the FA Cup by Dorking, and then after that we've got our league game against Slough, which we need to be winning if we're going to keep up the pressure on first place Yeovil at the top of the table. So let's find out how we get on. Right, so a little bit of housekeeping first. Let's just find out how we got on since the last episode, in which we lost to Yeovil, which was very much a top of the table clash. And then we won against Chichester 3-1 in the second round of the FA Trophy to progress to where we are today. And then from that point, we've only had 3 games from that point. We were 2-1 winners against Worthing at home, 1-0 winners against Bath City at home, and then we had a 2-2 draw against Averley away, which I would have liked to do better than we did on that one, but it is what it is. A draw is better than a defeat. So and also, so in the last episode I was telling you guys about how I brought in a director of football and a head of youth recruitment to try and start filling in some youth slots in our under 18s team. If we just quickly look at our development centre, Simon Jennings, who was already on the radar at that point, he has signed for us. He is the only one so far. We've have had other candidates put forward to me, but they just didn't cut the mustard for me. They weren't good enough, but this guy is doing all right. 3 games so far, 7.3 average rating. I'm interested to see if he progresses into a decent footballer. If he progresses nicely, he can fill a spot on the left. If not, he's just going to help develop our under 18s team and potentially maybe bring us in a little bit of money down the line. Not likely at this level, but I want this process to be in place as we progress. Hopefully next season we'll be up a league, and our youth academy will start bringing in money. Basically, I want to bring in good players, develop them, and we might not hold on to all of them, and some we might lose out the door, but if we do, I want to be getting some money for it, because let's face it, we're debt free, which is nice for a club down at this level, but we've only got 4,000 in the bank, and that's not a lot of money. So it's important that we find a way to bring money in. That is cup runs, and that is player sales mainly. As we progress up, obviously it's going to be higher attendance, so gate receipts are going to be increased. I think our average attendance is around 700-800 at the moment, so I'd like to see that first sort of level to be, when we get over 1,000 average attendance, that'll be our first marker, and then obviously we'll be looking at getting up to sort of 2,000 and just keep increasing it. Our capacity is only 6, is it 4.5 or 6.5? I can't remember. 6,500. So yeah, we got a good size stadium. It's adequate for a while until we start filling it on a regular basis, and then obviously we can look at expanding or building a new stadium. Probably be better to expand before we build, but yeah, it'll do for the moment for sure. So yeah, that is where we're at the moment. So I'm going to get us into the first game, and that is our third round FA Trophy game against Hampton and Richmond. I know what we're doing. Okay, so team news for our FA Trophy game against Hampton and Richmond. We have Jack Turner in goal. My preferred goalkeeper is still Alfie Roberts, but Jack Turner needs game time because he's an influential player, and he should really be our number one. But I found him less reliable than our youngster Alfie Roberts. So Jack Turner in goal today, and then we've got Ben Mason at right back, Sid Nelson and Kanye Jobson in central defence, Norville Williams are left back, Aaron Call and Sam Bailey in the defensive midfield positions, and then we've got Jaden Davis on the right wing, Oliver Pendlebury in the middle, and I'm playing him as a shadow striker. And this, as you might have seen, this isn't my usual formation either. So I'm trying to get a bit more firepower up front, because we've really been lacking in goals. We have been grinding out games, but I'd like to start winning games a bit more convincingly. So I want to bring in a bit more firepower from our formation. So this is a little bit trial and error. First time putting this out, so it may or may not work. This could backfire big time. But then we got Salim Saeed on the left. Yeah. And and then Kasimu up front as well. And then we got Reggie Young, Jack Ball, McNulty, Mac Riley, and Jack Cartwright on the bench as well. So we'll see if that works or not, or whether it's going to be a big gamble and a big mistake. We will find out. Everyone seems happy with it though, which is encouraging. All right. Let's see what we can do. Yeah. Probably, considering I want to keep the cup run going and into the semi-finals at least, probably could have found different games to be experimenting in, but nothing I can do about it now. The players are on the pitch, they've got their instructions, and they're going to have to perform. So let's go. All right, nothing comes of that first highlight, thankfully. Let's see what our boys can do with the ball now. We'll hope that they can find space to move into, keep possession, keep the pressure on, and just keep knocking the ball about until they find a way through. We've got Davis on the right, pulls it back, but a bad cross really. But we pick up possession again. Yeah, I want to see that defensive midfield too of Bailey and Cool. Yeah, I want them doing good work and picking those balls out and just being a real pain, but they have failed me so far. And now Hamilton with a chance, but it went out for a throw. All right, okay. It could have been a cross. Oh dear. Oh, it's all going wrong. I need to shout at the boys. Fire them up. Come on. Right, defending corner. Must have been a deflection or a save. I didn't quite see, but... Oof. Turner tips it wide. He's proven his worth so far, so... But we're still defending here. Doesn't seem to be working so far, this formation. But we got the ball back. All right, we've got a throw in near the halfway line. See if we can do anything here. And clearly we can't. So, all right. Our possession is down from our usual. We have a corner though. Norville Williams with the corner. No one can pick it up. Got Kasimu to say it's, oh dear. That was almost as bad as the shot that went out for a throw. And that was from Saeed. Should be one of our best players. All right. Still defending again. Need to encourage the boys. Hampton are playing some good football, and they scored Rob Hall with his 4th of the season. I don't want to go out like this. I may need to adjust the tactics because this isn't really flowing for us. All right, how can we adjust? I feel like Bailey and Cool are struggling a little bit. Maybe I should bring Pendlebury back off of being a shadow striker. We put him in as a supporting attacking midfielder, and maybe if we turn Saeed into an attacking inside forwards, let's bring Kasimu over to the other side a little bit. Maybe we have to just change Cool's. Let's change him to a supporting ball-winning midfielder back there. Yeah, let's see if that changes anything at all for us. I don't think that was working at all. I thought it'd be worth a gamble to have a bit more firepower up front, but that's really not working for us. All right, well, at least we've got no more highlights for Hampton and Richmond. All right. As we calmly play the ball out from the back. Don't want to lose possession here. Cool, plays it out to Davis on the wing. Kasimu with the ball up front. Can he put the cross in? Oh, he just loses the ball so easily. But we got the ball back. We tried down the left-hand side. Norville Williams up to Saeed. Trying to play as an inside forwards. He finds Pendlebury in the middle. Oh! And that was worth a try from distance. It had to be saved and pushed around the post. We got the corner. Davis on the corner. Can't find anything. We are really useless. We don't have very good height. So yeah, it's not a surprise to find out that we're not very good on the corners. We've got no one to put the crosses into. But we're looking a little bit more positive now. We've had a few shots, only one target. He'd play out from the back again. Just try not to be too risky, boys. We really need to find a way to get back in this game. That is a poor ball up to no one. Can we get the ball back? Can we get a goal before half time? Try firing up again. Come on. Yeah, apologies for my voice. It might be a bit strained at the moment. I've got got a bit of a cold at the moment, but that was a stunner. Absolutely no chance for Turner there. I mean, if we had to go out to a goal, which obviously you have to go out to a goal, but at least it's a worthwhile goal like that. Boom. Top right-hand corner. Almost no chance for Turner there. So 2-0 down at half-time. I don't know if we're going to be able to turn things around. But we've got to try. I mean, we should really be doing a bit better. Hampton Richmond are in our league and they are sort of mid-table at the moment. So we're second. We should be putting in a better performance than we are. So yeah, a little disappointed. We really need the income from a cup run. Anything extra we can put in the bank before potentially, it's not me assuming that we're going to go up next season. And Kasimu heads it back across the goal and off the bar. That was a valiant effort. Got to give him credit for that. It was a good attempt. Please don't be 3-0 down. Oh, Turner saves. It gets down low and saves it well. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so I'm full of a cold at the moment, so my voice is a bit shit, unfortunately. Maybe I can blame the bad tactics on that as well. Fair play to Hampton and Richmond. They are playing a good game and giving us little to work with. Okay. Let's going to have a look at our tactics here a little bit. Is there anything we can do? Can we put 2 strikers on? Norville Williams on a 6.3, Sid Nelson on a 6.3. I mean, Sam Bailey and Cool on 6.8, 6.9 are actually doing okay, to be fair. So maybe we bring Cartwright in for Williams. He's clearly doing terrible, and he's on a yellow card as well. So best off bringing him off. Saeed playing a crap game again. Since he's got his new contract, he has just become woefully bad. I think I'm going to bring McNulty on for him, and I might come in. Yeah, so I think I might bring everyone in a bit narrower and see if we can put them under pressure, all on the inside. I won't bring in a second striker yet. Yeah. We're just going to have to see if we could do anything here. Let's bring Pendlebury as a... See, I'm going to bring Pendlebury back here, and then we're going to put advanced playmaker on attack. Let's change Bailey to a segundo volante. Yeah. And then, yeah, we'll leave Cool as ball-winning midfielder. McNulty, maybe he can be a shadow striker. And then Davis can be a attacking midfielder on support. Let's see if we can get anything out of this. All right, back to the dressing room, and it's time to get angry. See if they can do anything. All right, I'd shouted at them, but I'm going to give them some demand more. All right, we need to find some potency, breaking the lines, and that's offside straight away, so that's not good. Davis shouldn't really be drifting that far forwards. Whew. That was a free kick straight off the wall. I thought that was a free kick that just went into space, but yeah, straight off the wall. All right, Kasimu wins the ball back, finds Davis up the park. Davis, ooh, surely he got checked there. McNulty, should have been a free kick. Okay, come on, we need to find a little bit more. Hampton are just all over us. Oh, good header, good cross, good header, good save. It's another corner to them. Fire them up. We got to find something. Cheadle with the corner for Hampton and Richmond, but it's easily defended. We are struggling to really get anything in this game. And I hate it when it gets like this. I feel like the results aren't the results I want them to be, and then I get like an itchy trigger finger, and my instant reaction is I need to go in and I need to play with the tactics and switch things up. And to be fair, the tactic that I had, we were getting the results. They weren't very exciting, but we were getting the results anyway. But maybe I should have left it at that. Davis pull back to Mason, finds Bailey in the middle, and we get one back. Sam Bailey, he plays well in that segundo volante role. That's the second goal he's got for us playing that role. So good on that lad. I like Sam Bailey. He's a young lad, and he's not spectacular in any way, but I feel like he's bringing something. And that is one back. Defending another corner now, though, unfortunately. And that's 3-1 down. Deflected shot. Dead field. And this is a dead field for our players today. What a poor performance. All right. Okay. What else can we do? We can bring on another striker. I don't think it's going to do much. Or we can replace Kasimu. He's not really done much today. So let's do that. And then we shout at the lads again. We got one back. Maybe we can get another back. And then they're swarming us. Absolutely swarming us. As soon as we got the ball, they are doing some great pressing, and we are struggling to deal with that. Got McNulty on the left though, and he fails to beat his man. Pendlebury wins the ball back though. McNulty, Bailey. Oh, Bailey gets another decent shot away, but he can't find the bottom corner. Unfortunately, it would have been good for him. He's having a good game. Our best player by a long shot. I know he got the goal, but he's clearly doing something. But we're on the attack again. Pendlebury on the right hand side of the box. Come on, ref. That was not so good, Bailey. All right, it was deflected, so we got the corner. We got no height, so a short corner would be better. I should really have him instructed to play the short corner. McNulty with the shot from the edge of the area, but it wasn't a very good shot. But we go again. Come on. Let's encourage him. We've got a little bit of time left. 15 minutes. And we seem to have most of the ball at the moment, so stop going backwards. We need to go forwards. Oh, what a shot from Sam Bailey there from a million miles out. You had the goalkeeper scrambling to tip that over the bar. That was a shot and a half. Love that. And we found their player in the box. Why can't it be the other way around? We need a penalty. We need a goal. We need something. Because we're coming up with nothing. Okay, McNulty beats two men on the left, but he's easily caught up. He's not the quickest of players, unfortunately. And Hampton have the ball on the edge of our area, and it's number 4 for Hampton and Richmond. Well, that is the game done, and we're out the FA Trophy. I don't think the board are going to be very happy with that. Bad performance, and we've only made it 3 rounds in. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I think I'm gonna have some questions to be answering from the board, unfortunately. But that's the game, and I can't do much more about it now. Oh, what a poor game. And that, I take the blame for that. I changed the tactics, and I shouldn't have played. All right. Well, yeah, not happy with performance out there. I'll tell him it was them rather than tell him it was me. Yeah. Poor result. And we only get 1.25 thousand for that. And now, well, we've nearly got 10,000 in the bank, but that's now we're not in any cup competitions. We've just got the basically the rest of our league games to go, our home league games to get gate receipts to try and keep our balance in the black, which hopefully we can do. But yeah, I'm really disappointed by that. That is horrible. So we've got our next game against Slough in the league, and we are trying to keep the pressure on top place Yeovil. So that is what we're going to be going to next. So I will see you when we start the game. Right, well, I've just been in and checked with the board, and apparently they're kind of happy with that I've been competitive in the FA Trophy, which I can't agree with myself. If I was part of the board, I'd be asking questions and I'd be unhappy. But they seem to be happy. Everything seems to be happy with them at the moment. So maybe I shouldn't be so hard on myself. I would have liked to go further at least. I mean, I said this semi-finals, but at least some form of the finals, I think would have been the least we should have expected from ourselves. So, but yeah, they're happy. So I've got nothing to really worry about on the board side of things. So yeah, I will see you in the next game against Slough. All right, well, we just had a early assessment of our youth intake, and I've got to say it looks rubbish. The only potential where we might get something is strikers, where they've got a B. I mean, over here they're saying excellent intake, which, I mean, there's not even many of them, and yeah, they all seem a bit rubbish, except for potentially maybe something in the striker area. But we will see when they come in. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything to get excited about. All right, so we've had another youth candidate put forwards to us, Jensen Tinker. I like that name, Tinker. A central defender. He is 16 years old. He is already 6'2", and he's, as a central defender, an old school tall unit of a central defender. I think he could probably be all right. Definitely worth a spot in our under 18s, with jumping reach of 14, heading 9, marking 10, tackling 14. I think he'd probably be quite a good defender for a 16-year-old. Not much else particularly going for him, and has a bit of an aggressive side, which could be a drawback being a central defender. You know, he might try and snap a few legs, which might not be brilliant, but I definitely think he's worth a few quid a week to bring him in and see how he develops. Consistent as well, so I mean, that's something as well. But overall, not a very technically gifted player, but as a, you know, as a central defender without any flair needed, then he could do a job. So yeah, I think we'll probably see our second youth candidate come in from our little youth development and director of football team, bringing a player in. So yeah, I look forward to seeing him and seeing what he can do for us. All right, guys, we are here. We are getting ready for our league game against Slough. We need to win this to keep the pressure on Yeovil, who are 4 points ahead of us at top of the table. I'm going to go with the tactic that I tried against Hampton and Richmond, and I've just made a few little tweaks. I still want to be a bit more potent going forwards. So I've just made a few little tweaks, and I'm going to see if it makes any difference. And if it doesn't, then we're going to have an even bigger hill to climb trying to catch Yeovil. But yeah, I'd prefer getting a bit more of a handsome scoreline when we're winning games, not just grinding out 1-0 victories or 2-1 victories. Something a little bit more convincing is going to put me much more at ease, because every time we're only got 1 goal lead, you know, the stress is like, score some more goals, because they could just get 1 back and then it's all out the window, really. So we will see. Let's go and see if this can make a difference. Everyone seems to be happy again, but they were last time. And maybe it was just Hampton and Richmond. Maybe they just played an absolutely outstanding game and there was nothing we could do about it. That's probably the best thing I could think of for me personally, that I didn't just, you know, ruin it all. Yeah, you can go out there and impress me, because last time you didn't, lads. So come on, we need to get a result here. We need to keep the pressure on Yeovil. Yeovil are the big boys in our league, because they were relegated down, and I think that they are still a full-time squad. And we're only part-timers, so yeah. So we're definitely up against it, trying to chase them down. And we're at the midway point. We're only 4 points away from them. And we could easily slip away, but we could easily keep up the pressure and find them slipping up as well. And that's what we really need to do. Keep up the pressure. And I feel like we might be missing something in the middle of the park there, but just want to just change this. We're going to change our camera to behind the goal for our replays, just so it looks a bit nicer when we got our replays. If we score any goals, which would be nice if we did. It's looking like we're being a bit dominated for possession again. I'm wondering, what was that, Turner? Could he not even hold on to that ball? And I can't believe I missed that. Turner shouldn't be in goal. It should be Alfie Roberts. I totally overlooked that. And I didn't even tell you what the team sheet was. It was very similar to what we had before. I just changed the roles a little bit. And it doesn't seem to be working again. They seem to have our number, just like Hampton and Richmond did. So I'm definitely not quite got something right. They're just knocking at the door, and we're just trying to keep them at bay at the moment. But this smells of goal all over it. Oh, shot deflected offside. That could have easily gone in. Slough are all over us at the moment, and it feels just like Hampton and Richmond all over again. I'm not very happy here. Not very happy at all. All right, come on, boys. Let's shout some encouragement. You know how to play football. Kick the ball in the right direction and then put it in the goal. That is what we need you to do. We can't even pass it to each other at the moment. Slough, again, just like Hampton and Richmond, really should be a team we're getting a result against. Let's see if we can do anything here. Davis, cutting inside from the right. Can he get a cross in? Can he pull it back to someone? He finds Mason. What? Come on, ref. Clearly got taken out there. But Bailey, again, Sam Bailey, coming in and getting a goal, shooting from the edge of the area. He's my boy. I'm loving him in that role, turning up late or just being in the right place at the right time on the edge of the area. He is loving that role. Beautiful. But it looks like we've got an injury to Jobson there. Not sure if he's going to be able to. He looks okay. Yeah, his condition's coming back up. So he just took a knock. Nothing too bad. But that is 1-0. This might work out in the end. They're just having to find their feet with this new tactic, maybe. And they're not going to be as familiar with it as they were with our other tactics. So, nearly 1-1 there. Yeah, maybe if I give it a bit more time, they get a bit more familiar and in turn get better, more efficient playing the roles and the formation, and hopefully get a bit more dangerous, because that's what I wanted. I wanted penetration up the final third of the pitch. All right, that wasn't so handsome from Bailey. All right, I think that was a left-footed shot. I don't think he's necessarily left-footed. Reasonable with his left foot. Okay. Didn't look too reasonable to me, but sure. Okay, playing out from the back again. Can we get another goal before half-time? That would be really nice if we can. Davis pushing through the players on the right-hand side, but he loses the ball. Davis is just not that quick. When he needs that turn of pace, he gets caught really easily. Yeah. He needs to dribble, beat his man, and then he needs to find another player. That's what he needs to do, but he just carries on with the ball and he just loses it. But we are on the defensive here. We don't want to concede just before half time. Can we defend? Oh, probably should have been a goal there. Great movement from the Slough player there to just ghost to the near post. Right, but we have the ball. Bailey finds Kasimu, back to Bailey. Oh, Bailey with a good shot, and it has to be saved and held on by Lincoln in goal. That was a nice shot, and very good work to hold on to it by their goalkeeper. Davis finds Bailey. Bailey it looks like he's having fun playing this role. Davis with the shot. He's doing all right. I think I think that role works for him. The Segundo Volante. He's definitely doing all right at it. Got a couple of goals. He keeps on being a nuisance in and around just outside sort of the opposition box. And that's another one for Bailey. Deflects, finds Saeed, and Saeed puts it in the back of the net for goal number 2, just before the halftime whistle. Bailey is becoming a nuisance, and I'm loving him in this role. He just finds himself in little pockets. He's getting shots away. That was a deflected shot, but it created danger and allowed Saeed to pick the ball up and just put it in the back of the net. That is 2-0 at halftime. 65% possession. XG is on low side, so we're not doing as much as what I want to do. Getting shots away, I guess. And I mean, Kasimu, I'm really not loving Kasimu as our lone striker. I don't think he's the man. I mean, he's only in on loan anyway, so I will want to find someone that can be our presence up front, someone strong and good when they receive the ball. So good first touch, shield the ball, lay it off to one of the other attackers, or just turn and shoot and put it in the back of the net himself. But Kasimu, I do not think he's that guy. Yeah, let's go and see if we can get some more goals in the second half. And we're definitely growing into this new formation and the new roles. None more than Sam Bailey. I mean, he's my new superstar, I think. Okay. I'd like them to be able to do this, the players, like just keep the ball, passing it around the edge of the area until they find a moment of space to shoot. And that was a deflected shot as well. So we've got a corner here. Just if we had a big striker in there. Even our centre backs aren't that tall. I think our biggest one's only 6'2" or something. So they're not the most giant of players. And their finishing's not going to be anything to write home about either. Let's look at starting to do our first change of the game. Let's bring in our other lone striker, Miller Matthews Lewis. I'm actually loaning out Mac Riley. He was my preferred guy, and we've just got a goal, and that's McNulty with a goal. Let's just cancel that and see what kind of goal we had on our hands now. That's 3-0 to us away from home. That is the sort of scoreline we should be expecting against a team like Slough. And it is starting to click. I think it's just starting to click. It's starting to come together. And we are being a bit more dangerous up front. So I am happy. And as we grow and learn the formation better, yeah, I feel like this is, it might be working for us. So, all right, who do we want to bring on? Oliver Pendlebury. I mean, it's such a good player. This formation, it kind of doesn't have a massively fitting role for him, unfortunately. All right, maybe we should just bring in Sid Nelson for Jack Ball. No, not really. Probably Jobson. He's a little bit more tired. And yeah, we're still bringing on Miller Matthews Lewis as well, and those two will do for the moment. Let's see if we can make that scoreline even more handsome. But we are on the defence right now. This Slough working the ball into the box, and the shot is straight at Turner. He holds on to the ball easily. I'm going to give the boys a bit of a praise. They're doing a fantastic job. New formation, really. 3-0 to the good, away from home. They are really impressing me. And I did tell them at the start of the game, go out there and impress me. And they are. So I can't complain at that. Let's bring on our last substitution. And let's bring him on for McNulty, who has a bit of a knock anyway. So I have actually got Pendlebury trying to refine his ability in an attacking midfield role in his training. So the more he can put that into practice on the pitch as well, the better. The quicker he should progress in learning that role as well. Would like to see the boys get another goal before the end of the game. A 4-0 victory would be just right, I think. If we could get it, but we are defending a corner right now, and that was a good header on target, and Turner gets down low well at the near post to push it behind for another corner. Slough with the corner again, and Turner comes out and he collects the ball like a champion. He owned that ball, but we are still defending here, unfortunately. We need to kind of get a grips, and Saeed beats his man to the ball, but he's beaten back in turn. A little bit like Davis, he dribbles with the ball and then he just loses it. But that was a shot from Slough straight over the bar. Couldn't do anything better with it. And we're coming to the end of the game now. I don't think that last goal is going to come. We've got 7 minutes of injury time to go. And we're on the defence again. So will we get a clean sheet? I would like to think we can. Oh, deflected shot. Turner spills the ball, but he just manages to go behind for another corner. Pendlebury there, back to make the defensive header. And he clears the ball. Is that going to be that? We are still defending. They are trying to get a consolation goal, but Turner collects that big cross easily and snuffs out the danger, and then we should be able to see out the game now. Nelson with big lob up. Don't really like that. Would like to see them keep in possession so that we're not put under immediate pressure. And that's a big ball over the top for Saeed. Can he find a cross? No, he can't. That is disappointing. He's put in a better performance today, 7.3, but he's still not really hitting the form that he was in before he got his new contract. So he's still being a little bit of a disappointment. That heat map of ours is all over the place. Look at that. Lots of activity down our right hand side. And before, all our activity was down left hand side where Saeed was playing before, and now he just seems to be unavailable. I think maybe it might be a case that the opposition know what he's capable of now, and he's being marked too much, and maybe he's just not as good as I kind of hoped he was. But hey, that is the result. We got 3-0 away from home against Slough. Well done, lads. That is a good win. We keep the pressure on Yeovil at the top of the table. Let's see what they got in their game. And where's Yeovil? Yeovil. 0-0. Yeovil got a draw at home against Hampton and Richmond. Well, they did the dirty on us and they did the dirty on Yeovil. We are now only 2 points behind Yeovil and improving our goal difference there. Still well off the pace of the teams around us, really. Only Maidstone and Yeovil, really, I'm talking about here. If we just go ahead and look at the full table. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, Yeah. That's not what I want. It's not what I wanted. I want the yeah, I kind of want the full table. Right. How do we it's in here, right? Okay, right. So defensive wise, we actually have the best defense in the league, which is why we're in the position we're in, I guess. It's pretty similar to Yeovil, who have scored far more goals than us, unfortunately. They're not the best. Maidstone, they're probably going to be climbing the table as we continue through the season. With putting in 59 goals halfway through the season. They're on course to finish the season with like 120 goals, which is mental. But we are all the way down here with only 38 goals, so 20 less than the top scorers in Maidstone. So yeah, that's not brilliant. That's why we needed to be putting more goals in, and 3-0 victories is the sort of thing we're going to be looking for if we're really going to keep up the pressure. We want to keep tight at the back, continue to be the best defence in the league, really, or there and thereabouts. Might need to concede that a little bit with being a bit more attacking, but if we can put sort of 2-3 maybe more goals in a game, well, I mean, that would be nice, but it's not really realistic. But yeah, we need to start making up ground with our goal difference, that's for sure. Right, as for the next episode, right, so let's just have a look at the table again. We are Yeovil, Maidstone, Eastbourne Borough, Chelmsford. Right, so we've got Chelmsford here and Eastbourne Borough. When do we play Maidstone? Maidstone. Oh, we played them already. What did we get against them? We won 2-1 away to Maidstone. That was a great result for us, considering what position they're in, and they are just hammering in the goals now. We don't play them till nearly the end of the season. That could be some sort of title decider if we keep on getting the results and keep on the pressure at to Yeovil. We also play them there, so I think we could probably get 3 more episodes in before the end of the season. So we're likely let's have a look again. Chelsea, Eastbourne Borough, Torquay, Hampton Richmond. I don't want to play them again. Hemel Hempstead. Okay. Right. It's either going to be Chelmsford or Eastbourne Borough, and I think we go with Chelmsford and Hemel Hempstead, and they're mid-table. Who's on the other side? Welling. Well, they're around the same place, so I think we'll be back in the next episode for Chelmsford and Hemel Hempstead. Or maybe we will do Welling and Chelmsford, a double home schedule for our next episode, perhaps. But we'll definitely be back for Chelmsford and either Welling or Hemel Hempstead. And then I think we'll bring in the Yeovil game and Bath. Maybe I don't want to play Hampton and Richmond again live in front of you guys. And then, I mean, Maidstone might come back from Maidstone, skip Taunton, and then Weymouth for our final game of the season, perhaps. But yeah, I will see you in the next one for Chelmsford. As for now, if you've enjoyed today's content, leave us a like and leave us a comment if you've got anything to comment down below. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate everyone who is subscribed as I continue to try and grow this channel. And I will see you again in the next one. See ya.